In today's video, we're going back to one of our favorite places, Reddit, to check out a recent post regarding the Pokemon TCG Pocket. Alright, so like I said, we're going to be talking about Pokemon TCG Pocket, but not what you think. We're not going to be looking at the actual app. We're on Reddit over here, and as you can see, we have some physical copies of the cards from the TCG Pocket app. So the poster here says, "Fine, I'll do it myself. The art is way too nice for it to not be physical, so I decided to make my own proxy cards from the TCG Pocket app for my personal collection until Pokemon decides to make the real one." So let's go ahead, check out some of these pictures here. We have Pikachu, Charizard, Mewtwo EX, which is personally one of my favorite cards. That immersion card is really cool, and if you guys haven't had a chance to check out the app yet, I highly suggest it. Opening packs and battle on there. It's pretty fun and cool to do if you have some free time. Pikachu, Squirtle. I mean, look at this. This is basically 151 on steroids here. We got Eevee, and then this Gengar card, which I thought was really cool. You got the rainbow border on the Gengar card, and then we have a whole bunch of them here laid down. So I think this person literally printed out majority of the hit cards as proxies from Pokemon TCG Pocket. Let's talk about this a little bit. Let's give some opinions here. So, first off, proxy cards are generally looked at as bad. Now, like this person said, just keeping them in their binder until they actually print it, which is totally okay with me. As long as these cards aren't leaking out onto the market and somehow we start seeing cards like this getting sold, which, I mean, it's bound to happen. You're bound to see proxies everywhere, but usually it's people trying to fake other cards and selling them for the value of the real card. These aren't even released. Like, this isn't even a real thing. Pokemon TCG Pocket will hopefully one day eventually actually release this set onto the market. I think that the cards, the artwork on this is top tier. I think that the artwork on this is better than 151, the current set we have right now. And I'm sure some people aren't gonna like that take. I'm just gonna say it. It's true. Look at the artwork on some of these cards. Look at this Dragonite. Look at this Gyarados. We got Gengar here. Look how cool that Gengar card is. Pikachu, Machamp EX. I mean, the artworks on these are just at another level. It's not even close. And yeah, going back to proxy cards for a second, you know, some people make the argument that they like proxies for when they're actually playing a TCG because, you know, someone might not want to use a $500 card to play in a TCG tournament and risk getting it damaged. So they make a proxy card so then they can play the TCG with a fairly inexpensive card that's not worth anything. But like I had mentioned earlier, where you get into problems is when these cards start getting onto the market. People want to buy them for crazy amounts of money, but we don't have to worry about that as long as people have a general knowledge about Pokemon and know that these aren't real. But there are some people that wouldn't have a clue. Some people might think these are real, especially if they're new getting into the hobby. So that's the only scenario where I could see people falling for this kind of stuff and buying these types of cards. Before I give my next take, let's go ahead and check out some of the comments, see what some of the people here are saying. Someone said, want the Pokemon company to actually print them. Yeah, I think everyone wants the Pokemon company to print this set. Someone said, I generally believe we see it in a year or two, no reason for them not to capitalize on it. Someone said, yes, there is. People will stop buying packs on the game, just say for the physical ones. I think people would just personally buy both, just because everyone spends money on everything nowadays. Release new set on the app. Stop offering old set in the app. Offer old set as physical cards. Profit. Yeah, so that could be true. If you guys didn't know, the what is it? Apex, Genetic Apex, I think is the current set on the Pocket app. That is just the first set. They are releasing other expansions onto the app. Maybe like this person said, once everyone's, you know, had a long time playing with the Genetic Apex, opening it up and battling and stuff, they release that new set. Maybe they print the old set. Just a thought, you know. I mean, they did print Pokemon Go, so it's definitely within the realms of possibility. Someone said, I still think the second they do this, sales for the app will plummet because people will just assume the physical cards will come eventually and wait. And yeah, I don't think that the Pocket app is having any problems right now doing sales. Granted, there's not a real set. I heard in the first, like, since they released, they've done already like hundreds of millions in revenue, which is absolutely crazy if you think about just an app where you're opening up virtual packs. Someone said, nah, if people are going to whale money into this game, they aren't going to stop just because physical versions are coming out. If anything, they'll just whale it into both physical and digital. Yeah, that's kind of the point I made earlier. I think people are going to buy either regardless. You know, you have the convenience of your phone and just being able to acquire the packs on your phone, which is convenient for people versus having to go to the store and get the actual packs. So once in a while they go and get the packs from the store. They have access right then and there to the packs on their phone. So let's go back up here, and I'm going to give my final take on this here. I just want to talk about if. So this is a big if scenario. But going back to my point about artwork, like I said, I think this artwork is top tier to anything we've seen recently. Could you imagine the FOMO and hype in this current market around these cards right now? People would be going nuts over this stuff. I would say it would even be more hype than Prismatic Evolutions. They might have to put police officers in the card sections at the store because people would be fighting over this stuff. I mean, just look at this Charmander card. Look at this Squirtle card and the Bulbasaur. All three of those. The trio right there. Just S tier. Mewtwo and Charizard. And having this many big hit cards in the same set, people would be going nuts. Imagine how much that Gengar would cost in a PSA 10. I bet you that thing releases and that thing's a $200 card. I guarantee it. People would be going nuts over it. The Pikachu, there'd be so much value in this set. I mean, people would be looking at this like a bag of money. They'd be waiting to flip this all and sell it and make unlimited money with all these cool artworks. That's just the reality of it. That's the current market that we're in. But there are the people that are also collectors. But yeah, just wanted to come on here and shed some light on this, talk about it. Obviously, I'm not supporting proxy cards, so I'm not saying go out, buy proxy cards and put them in your collection or, you know, anything like that. But I just wanted to come on here and show these cards off. I thought it was cool. Just something different. Not any drama really. Just some artwork from a digital app. That's going to be all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you could please like, comment, subscribe. Anything helps, and I'll see you on the next one.